Okay, now good evening. Good evening. So I want now to call the class register. The class register. So Kenneth Kemei, are you in class? Yes?
Present.
Present. Patrick Rono. Patrick Rono. You just unmute yourself and say present if you are in.
Present.
Patrick Rono is present. Then Anthony Kibet.
Nico, I mean.
Anthony Kibet is in. Then Jebet. Enoch Bet.
Nico.
Enoch Bet. Enoch Bet. So the last lesson we talked about types of concreting plants. In the previous lesson we talked about concrete. And discussed about the concrete ingredients. So Eliakim Onyi. You can tell us any ingredient of concrete. Tell us any ingredient of concrete. Any ingredient of concrete? Yes? Any ingredient of concrete. We have got different types or different ingredients that make up concrete. So you can tell me any ingredient of concrete. We like him money.
We have the
Sorry?
ingredients of concrete.
Ingredient of concrete. Concrete is made up of so many ingredients. So I just want to tell me one ingredient. Yes?
Made up of ingredients. That's the cement.
Cement. Yes, another one. Patrick Rono, you can say
water.
One. Sorry? Water. So we have cement and water. Okay,
And
so
water.
Another ingredient. Those are two ingredients. Another one?
Sand.
We have sand.
Sand.
Then we have what?
Yes.
Then we also have. Yes? You also have the coarse aggregates also. So we have got water. We have got water as an ingredient of concrete. You also have got coarse aggregate and fine aggregates. Then you have got cement, which is the binder. So today's new lesson, we are going to talk about types of concreting plants. Types of concreting plants. So you know what a concreting plant is. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define what a concrete plant is. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to define what a concrete plant is, and you should also be able to identify different types of concreting plants. So a concrete plant, what is a concrete plant? What is a concrete plant? Are you able to see my screen? What is that? From my screen you can see what a concrete plant is. What is a concrete plant? Kenneth Kemei. Yes? Kenneth? Anybody who can see the screen to read what a concrete plant is? Onyi? Where's Onyi? Elaki Monyi, you can read what a concrete plant is from my screen. Yeah. Yes?
No.
Kenneth, Patrick Rono. Yes, Patrick Rono. What is a concrete plant? Yes? Patrick Rono. What is a concrete plant? Yes? Eleki Monyi. Eleki Monyi. You can mute yourself. Eleki Monyi. Pelekim. Yes? Pelekim is not in. Anthony Kibet.
Sir,
Yes?
concreting plan is up here.
It
Any
is?
equipment that is good. Batching. Concrete.
Patrick Rono. Patrick Rono.
Yes.
Unasema?
Hello.
Yes?
So is any equipment that is used for mixing concrete?
Any equipment involved in the process of making concrete, sindio?
Used.
And we've got different types of concreting plants, as you can see from my screen. We've got batching plants. Batching plants. Basically, batching plants are weighing or proportioning plants.
Christian.
Yes?
Hello. Christian.
Yes.
Christian.
Yes, nakusikia. Unasema?
Hello, Christian.
Yes?
I'm unable to see the slides on the screen.
You are unable to see the slides.
Yeah, the slide you are displaying.
Kila mtu anaona slide ama ni yeye peke yake aone? Huh?
Miss you on the slide. The slide there is a video camera in the car. Slides.
Nani mwingine aone slides?
Okay.
Patrick. Patrick.
Yes, yes.
Unaona slides?
I am not able to hear, sir.
I want slides.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
seeing your slides. please.
let me reshare. Just a minute. I share my screen once again. So you can see the screen, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Kenneth, can you now see my screen? Kenneth? Kenneth? You know Kenneth is coming in and going out. Enoch Bet.
Yes, sir.
You can see my screen, isn't it? Yes? Enoch,
Yes.
you can see it. So we have got a different type of concreting plants. First we have got the batching plants. We also got mixing plants, transporting and the placing plants. So batching plants, basically these are the plants that are used to proportion away the concrete. So they are used for the proportioning or weighing of the concrete. So after the concrete is batched into required proportions, the concrete is then mixed. So mixing plants, they combine different ingredients to come up with concrete. So after you've mixed your concrete, what do you do next with the concrete? You then transport your concrete from the mixing point to where you want the concrete to be placed and harden. After transporting the concrete from the mixing point, now you now place the concrete. So we've got different types of batching plants, and also we've got different types of mixing plants. Then you've got also different type of transporting as well as placing. So under batching plants, we've got 2 different plants of batching. You can either batch through a wet batching plant or a dry batching plant. So a dry batching plant is where the concrete ingredients are mixed without water. Then when they are comfortably mixed, you then now mix them with water. You then add water volumetrically when the concrete is on transit. So then when we come to wet mix, you now mix all the ingredients including water. So you can either batch. You have got 2 different batching plants. That is dry mixing and wet mixing plants. After batching, we look at, these are the batching plants. You can see my screen. You can see the screen. See, everybody can see the screen clearly. Rono, your hand is just up. Huh? Those are the batches. Those are the batching plants. When you come to mixing plant, I've said mixing plant basically are the plants that do what mix different concrete ingredients to come up with the concrete. We've looked at the concrete ingredients. So under mixing, you've got different types, including the tilting drum mixer, non-tilting drum mixer, reverse drum, and the pan type drum mixer. So all of these plants basically do one thing, but they are grouped based on either the function or how they operate. Like the tilting drum mixer, it tilts when discharging the concrete. Non-tilting drum mixer basically doesn't tilt when discharging the concrete from the mixing drum. So these are the 4 types of mixing plants. They are tilting, non-tilting, and the reverse drum mixer. You can see the image here. Are you able to see the screen? Yes? Anthony Kibet, are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
You are able to see? Anthony Kibet. Those are the mixers. Tukuje kwa transportation plants. Transportation plants basically are the plants that ferry or do what, transfer concrete from your point of mixing to where you want the concrete to be placed. Yeah? Yes? Are you able to see the screen? Yes? Are you able?
Yes.
Oh, these are the transportation plants. Transportation plants. So Patrick Rodo, you can read the types of transportation plants. We have got 4. We have got so many transportation plants, but I've listed 4 here. So the first plant is Patrick Rono. You can read the screen here to your friends.
Batching plants.
Transportation plants. You are done with batching. Yes? You've got dumpers, lorries, wheelbarrows, and belt conveyors. These are the plants that do what? Move the concrete. They move the concrete from your point of mixing to the point of placement. To the point of placement, you are almost done. Just 2 minutes. 2 minutes and we'll be done. These are the transportation plants. You can see them. So here you've got the wheelbarrow here. These are the transportation plants. Are you able to see them? Then lastly, we have got the placing stock distributing plants. So placing plants basically are the plants that are used to now get the concrete from the equipment that brought it, that moved it from the point of mixing to the point of placing. But you now use the placing plant to now put the concrete into the forms meaning the formwork. So any equipment that you use to now place your concrete from that equipment to the place where you now want to place it, including the formwork, is what we call the placing or the distributing plants. They include pipe, chutes, space, or the trowel. Most commonly, the trowel is the commonly used type of placing equipment. You can see here, these are some of the placing plants. The pipe, that's the pipe. You can see the pipe here, placing the concrete. This is what we refer to as the chute, this one here. Then the other one is a pipe. You can see it placing the concrete in the form. You know, wet concrete cannot just be placed, it must be placed in the form for it to harden and gain the shape that is required. So those are the types. We look at 4 types. So enoch bed, are you in? Enoch bet ni kama hayuko. Enoch bet hayuko. Patrick Rono.
Yes.
So what have you discussed today? You've discussed about a concrete plant. Which concrete plant have you discussed about?
Transportation plant.
We talked about
Mixers,
very good. Another one?
Rating plant.
Batching. Then we talked about mixers, mixing plants, batching plants. Then you also talked about what? Transporting plants. Then beside the transporting plants, you've also talked about, beside transporting plants, you talk about the placing plants. Anthony Kibet.
We talked about the component of concrete.
Very good. Now we are done.
We have talked about components
with
of
today's
concrete.
lesson. Kenneth Kimei, I can see you coming in and going out. Kenneth Kimei, you are coming in and going out.
Yes.
What's the problem? Kimei,
Wait, I'm getting you.
you are getting me. Are you able to see my screen?
Hello, Mr. Kim.
Are you?
The problem is I'm not seeing the slides. I'm just seeing the
You are not
names.
seeing the slide
I'm just
because
seeing
you are
the
coming in and out.
PR,
You are almost winding the
EB,
lesson. Let
but the
me
slides I can't see.
let me try resharing the screen. But if your colleagues are able to see the screen and you are not seeing
Sir,
the
are you
screen,
getting me?
yes, I'm getting you, Kenneth. Let me try
Yes.
sharing it. Are you able to see it now? Kenneth? Are you able to see the screen? Kenneth Gemei? Check on your internet connectivity. Maybe there's a problem. So now, that's all about today's
Yes,
lesson.
I'm able.
Yes?
Yes.
You can see the screen?
Yes, I'm able to see the screen.
Very good. So now you've talked about the batching plants, mixing plants, placing, stock distributing, and the mixers. 4 types of concreting plants. Basically, these are the images. You can see the slides here. These are the images of the different types of plants. I'll share a handout with you through a classroom. So I want to give you an assignment. That's the assignment for today. I want you to list 7 factors that you should consider when selecting an appropriate concreting plant. Assignment: you list 7 factors considered when selecting an appropriate concreting plant. You list 7 factors. So you hand in the assignment in the next lesson. The next lesson, you hand in the assignment. So Anthony Kibet, you can now end the lesson there. You can now end the lesson there. Have a wonderful evening.
Yes, you can enter. Yeah.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too. You too, Mr. Christian.
Sawa. Hii kitu si rahisi bwana. Ngoja bado na record screen. Let me stop recording.